Hey guys, Ben from Snowboard Gamer. In this video, I'll be going over our top played games of March 2018. And I've broken them into two categories, playtime and raw number of plays. Hopefully this gives you a good idea of some games that you can play with your family and friends. I use the app BG Stats to track all of this, and I base the playtime on what's printed on the side of the box. Let's start with the playtime. In order to make the cut of our top 5 played in March, they had to have been played at least 3 hours or more. Number 5, Deep Sea Adventure. This is a cute little game. The box is super small, very portable. We've been playing it a lot when we go out to eat and we're waiting for our food. It plays in about 30 minutes. It's for 2 to 6 players, ages 8 and up. In Deep Sea Adventure, you have these little scuba diver meeples and you're all diving down trying to get treasure. The further down you go, the more points the treasure is worth, but the greater the risk in running out of air before you get back to the boat. So there's a push your luck element to this. You roll dice, move your little scuba guys down, and once someone picks up treasure, they start draining the oxygen. It's a fun little game and we're really enjoying Deep Sea Adventure. Number 4, Pandemic Legacy Season 1. Our family is going through the campaign, which is a 12-month campaign. We're on July now. It's for 2 to 4 players ages 13 and up and plays in about an hour. We've played this several times this month and are really getting back into it. We started the campaign a while ago, then got busy and just kind of stopped playing it, not sure why, but it's really, really engaging once you get further into the campaign. There's some twists and turns, the game changes. Decisions you make in a game early on impact future games for the rest of the campaign. So it's like you're playing one giant game with a bunch of little mini pandemic games in the middle of it. It's really, really awesome. Number 3 is Star Wars Rebellion. This is a long game. It's 3 to 4 hours for 2 to 4 players and ages 14 and up. Star Wars Rebellion is the rebels pitted against the Empire. And the Empire has massive amounts of troops and is searching for the location of the hidden rebel base. And each player has different heroes from the Star Wars movies, and you send them on missions to do things to try and turn a system loyal to the rebels, for example. Or the Empire might be sending a guy on a mission to try and capture one of the rebel leaders or turn them to the dark side. It's an awesome game. I love it. And every time we play it, it does not seem like 3 or 4 hours. It's one of those games. You want to budget a whole night for it, though. It is a long one. Really fun. Number 2, Secret Hitler. For those of you who've watched my channel for a while, this should be no surprise. We play a lot of Secret Hitler around here. It's really our go-to game for introducing people to board games. It's a social game, easy to learn. It's for 5 to 10 players, so you've got the large player count. If you have another family of 4 over, we have 8 players, perfect, we play Secret Hitler. It says it's ages 17 and up, but we play it with the teenagers, it's totally fine. I think because of the Hitler theme to it, it's slightly controversial, so they rated it 17 and up. It plays in 45 minutes. Now, our number 1 played game based on playtime is Twilight Struggle. Twilight Struggle is for 2 players ages 13 and up and plays in 2 to 3 hours. Twilight Struggle I like to describe as a game of chess with a Cold War theme. You've got a map of the world. One person plays as the USSR, one person plays as the US. You're either spreading capitalist or communist ideas throughout the world. And so there's ways that you can flip a country to be loyal to your ideologies. And all the cards that you play are actual events from the real Cold War. I love Twilight Struggle and I highly recommend it if you like deeper thinking 2-player games. Now let's do our top games based on play count. To make the cut for this one, we played it at least 3 times or more. This list is our top 6. So starting with number 6 is Ice Cool. My niece was in town and we played several kiddie games with her while she was here for one of the weeks in March. Ice Cool is for 2 to 4 players, ages 6 and up, and plays in 20 minutes. In Ice Cool, you take turns flicking penguins around the board. The board is set up like a school, and the penguins are skipping class running around the halls, and one person is the hall monitor trying to catch the penguins. And so you take turns being the hall monitor and flicking the penguins. You're trying to hit the other penguins. The ones running from the hall monitor are trying to make it through these doors in the school where there are fish on top of the doors in which you score points. It's a fun, quick little dexterity game where you flick penguins. And one cool thing about this is you can flick them on the side and they spin and they'll actually curve. So there's that almost pool-like element of the game where you can get trick shots and curve shots. It's really fun. Adults enjoy this as well. This is not just a kiddie game. Number 5, another kid game we played with my niece when she was in town called Monster Factory. Monster Factory is for 2 to 6 players, ages 5 and up, and plays in 30 minutes. Monster Factory is kind of like Carcassonne. It's a tile building game. You have a pile of tiles, you pick one randomly, and then you play it on your monster, and you're trying to build a big monster, but you want to make sure that you finish the monster, because if you don't get any points. And then once you're done with your monster, you can create these little small monsters called minions, and you score points in certain ways. It's really easy to learn, ages 5 and up, and another game that adults can have fun playing with their kids. Number 4, I already talked about this one. It made the other list, is Pandemic Legacy Season 1. We're really digging this game lately and about halfway through it, the campaign. Number 3 is Jaipur. Jaipur is a 2-player game, ages 12 and up, and plays in 30 minutes. I think you can really play it with an 8-year-old though. It's very simple. You're collecting same color cards, and there's a market in front of you that you can trade your cards with. Decisions that you make impact the other player. So there's a lot of push and pull element to this game. I really like it. Once you get a certain number of cards, you can sell them for rupees, which are points. And the more you get, the more points you get. And then you've got this camel aspect where you have camels that don't count towards your 7-hand card limit, and you can use those to trade for cards in the market also. It's a really great game, easy to get to the table, plays in 30 minutes. We're really enjoying Jaipur. In fact, I'm giving away a copy of it right now on my YouTube channel, so go enter that if you have not done that so far. Number 2 is Deep Sea Adventure. We got quite a few plays of this in this last month, 6 of them to be exact, and I already talked about it in the previous segment, so let's move on to number 1, which I also talked about, is Secret Hitler. Secret Hitler had 7 plays. This gets played a lot, especially when Travis and his friends from the Drumline come over. They love to play Secret Hitler. That's it for this video. Hopefully this gave you some ideas of some games that you can play with your family and friends. What games are you playing? I'd love to hear about them. Leave them in the comments below, and we'll do another one of these in May, reviewing all of the games that we played in April. Thanks, guys. Bye.